Hi everyone, I hope you're having a good day. I wanted to send you this video to walk you through the rubric for the Toys R Us custom toy project that is assigned for this week. It is the only assignment for this week and it is in Google Classroom. There's a rubric for you to print out, and then there are 3 images for you to choose from per the rubric that you can edit using Pixlr E. And I just wanted to walk you through it because I know that there have been some complications with some of the videos that were posted. So if I walk you through it, you should be good to go. So this is what you'll see in Google Classroom. And those are your 3 choices. If you notice, the teddy bear image is already the one we did before. So it's going to be the simplest one for you to use, especially if you went ahead and saved after you remove that background and saved it as a PNG file. So I'm going to walk you through step by step. So first I printed out my rubric and I have it here beside me. And then I am going to go to, let's see where I search for bikes for you guys. I'm going to go to pixlr.com. I'm going to click on Advanced E because that's what we're using. And then I'm going to go ahead and open my image. So if you look over here to the right, this is what my image that I'm doing today is going to look like. You can use it as inspiration, but please don't use my exact idea. And so first I'm going to go open up my downloaded image. So you'll need to download from Google Classroom whichever picture you want to use. The teddy bear may be the simplest one. But then again, maybe not. You will need to find 2 custom elements to add to it, as the rubric says. So think of that before you choose your toy of choice. All right, so I'm going to go, I believe it's in pictures. Let's look for Teddy. And there he is. And I'm going to open him up. So once again, we already did this project earlier, but some of you were not successful, so I'm going to walk you through some different tools to use. First thing to note is that I am just using the touchpad on my laptop. So as I've mentioned in class before, it's not the greatest tool for you guys to use. It's better for you to use a mouse. You'll have more control. But I'm going to start with using my lasso to get rid of some of the biggest chunks of this background. This is the first step I always take. It's just the simplest, and it automatically did that for me. So I'm going to press delete, and you can see a big chunk is gone. I am not going to do the whole thing while you're watching now because it's boring. And once you see what I'm doing, you'll have the idea. So there's another chunk gone. The other tool I can use is my eraser. But before I go to use my eraser, if I don't get rid of this lasso, it's going to mess me up for future tools. So we have to make this lasso go away. So the easiest way to do that is just to click off before you select another tool. Then I can use my magic wand. Now magic wand works great. Did you notice there's a little bit of lag? So sometimes Pixlr does have some lag. So think of that. Don't get too frustrated. Give it a second to catch up with you. It's chosen everything in this color, and I'm going to delete it. So a good chunk of that is gone. However, if I did the same thing down here, I'm going to see if I can make it do. Nope, didn't. Made a liar out of me. I'm going to try and choose a color right here. Okay, so if I choose that and I hit delete, it's going to get rid of part of my teddy bear, which I say it will, but it didn't do it. So it's being a little bit laggy. Okay, so it did. So I'm going to edit, undo, because I don't want that to happen. I'm going to edit, undo again. I'm going to edit, undo again. See if I can get him to come back. All right, so if that happens, you just need to use a different tool because it's going to choose everything the same color as what you clicked on. So I'm going to assume I've gotten rid of all my blue and all of my white, and now I'm just really trying to get rid of things closer to him. So I'm going to use my eraser tool, and I can choose the size of my brush for my eraser. It is good if you have the softness a little bit up. It just keeps you from having a harsh line, and I can make it bigger if I want to, but you don't want it too big when you're getting around this bear. Okay, so I'm going to start. Like I said, I'm not going to bore you guys, but this is exactly what I'm doing. It's not the most beautiful job because, once again, I'm using my touchpad and not a mouse. So you can see that I would go around and clean him up after I had the whole thing done until he looks like this. So when I had him all cleaned up, I would save him as a PNG file. So I would save, and I would choose PNG. If you remember, PNG allows us to keep a transparent background, and I would save him. But I'm not going to save him because I've already saved him before with a fully transparent background. So I'm going to close him. I'm going to go open my actual one. There he is. All right, so he's all cute and without a background. So there's a little white down here. Doesn't bother me. You can see his ears are not perfect. There's a lot of things that have just a little ghost shadow of white, and that's okay. Okay, so I've removed my background, and now I want to change the color of my actual toy itself. So if you're changing the color of your bike, or you're changing the color of that wagon, or whatever it is, for him, he is going to be a giraffe bear. So I'm going to make him yellowy colored. I'm going to choose this color, and I'm going to click OK. So you can see it changed that dot. And now I'm going to choose my fill bucket. This is where it got a little tricky for you guys. Don't try and use any of your markers or pens to do that. You want to use the fill bucket, and you just want to click randomly. Give it a second to catch up. We're giving it another second to catch up. I can tell it's doing something because it's blinking. So I'm going to click again and see if I can get, there he goes. Okay. And I'm just going to click him until he kind of looks, he doesn't have to be perfect, but he should look pretty cute. I'm just going to go get his edges. If I wanted to, I could go get a little darker color. But you'll notice that it's keeping some of the shadows a little bit. It's not perfect, but it gives you the idea. What I'm not going to do is click on these dark patches, because that would make his whole color go away and he would not look good. All right, so really that's done. So if you look on the rubric at this point, you're going to want to go ahead and save this new image. So let's go ahead and save it. Once again, it automatically tells you, but you want to save it as a PNG, and you do want to download that to your computer. Okay? It's going to give you some ads, and then we're going to close it because it already downloaded, so I don't have to watch the ad. Okay. Oops, Pixar went away. Let's go back. That's another reason you save it. All right, so now I'm going to go to create new, because my next step is to put in a background. And for me, it's easier just to do that. I'm going to go ahead and open an image. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do a stock search. Sorry. I get confused sometimes too, people. All right, so now he's a bear, so he's going to live in a forest. Your bear can live wherever he wants to live. If he's a skateboarding bear, he can live in a skateboarding park. I don't care. Just be considerate of your background. Don't just give me a plain background, please. I am going to put him in a forest. I'm going to choose my image, and then I'll choose this one. I'll click apply, and you'll see that there's my image. Not the prettiest forest, but we're going to work with it. At this point, if you want to edit it with all those beautiful things you learned how to do, you can do that. I'm going to blur the background a little bit just so that it doesn't take away from my bear. There he goes. He's a nice blurry background. All right, that's it. That's it for that step. That step is done. All right, so the last is to bring back in my image and then add 2 custom elements to it. All right, so I'm going to layer, add images layer, and I'm going to go find my image wherever it went. Maybe it went to downloads. Let's go see. There he is. Okay, there's my bear. So if I wanted to size him because he looks a little big, I'm just going to size him. I'm going to put him on this path, and then I'm going to turn him to a giraffe bear. All right, so I've already downloaded my 2 accessories. So you just want to search for accessories that you want to put on your bear. Remember that you're going to have to remove the background of any accessories that you put on him with the same process that we just did for the bear. So in a separate file, go open those images and remove the background. I think I saved mine with the remove background, but let's go see. It'll be fun to see. All right, so I'm going to layer, add images layer, and I'm going to go get bunny. No, it is giraffe. Giraffe ears. There they are. I don't think I saved them. So you'll see what I'm going to do here. This is pretty easy. I'm going to select my magic wand. I'm going to click, and then I'm literally just going to press delete, and voila, it's gone. All right, so if you look over here, you can tell I'm on the layer with giraffe ears. This is important later because it might get messed up. So I'm going to click. Same thing as with the lasso. Sometimes you gotta make it go away before you can adjust him. Make his ears kind of fit his ears here. Not looking for perfection, looking for some creativity. All right, so actually that doesn't look too bad with it drooping out. I may not like the way that looks with the band coming below his ear. So I'm going to use my eraser tool, and I'm just gonna make it come to right there because he's getting a second accessory. So just don't forget your second accessory. So now I'm going to go to image, layer, add images layer, and I'm going to look for bow tie. I don't know if here's his bow tie, this little giraffe bow tie. Click there to move him down. I'm just going to go ahead and size him because it'll make me feel better. It's not going to have that big of a bow tie. Okay, now I'm going to use my magic wand again. I'm going to click. I'm going to press delete on my keyboard. I'm going to go click off just to make it go away. That looks pretty darn cute, so I'm okay with him right now. Then that takes care of adding 2 custom elements. All right, so finally we need to add a text layer that names your toy and explains the design. So very simple. You're going to hit here. For some reason, it takes a really long time for the text layer to load sometimes. So yes. So my text layer is already a good color. I want to move it where I want it. Make sure I can read it. So he is giraffe bear, and I might change my color because I can't read it. I'll change it to a white. Okay, and then I'm going to add another text just to explain him in the image, just like it says on the rubric. So let's see. Sometimes it takes a minute. So click there. Click there. Now, did you see what I did? I had to click off the image and then re-click the text layer to get it to work. So I'm just going to put removable ears, bow tie. That's my theme. And let's put it, come on, don't be annoying. Maybe I'll make it smaller. Way too small. And I'll put him right here, somewhere where I can see him. Where'd it go? Where did it go? I Control Z, by the way, to get that back. I can put it right there. All right, he is done, and I'm out of time. So make sure before you're finished that you save it as a JPEG file and download, and then turn that in through Google Classroom. Always email me if you have any